Oh, and we was talking about J. Cole earlier. I meant to mention. Did you hear the new song Clouds?
Yeah, I heard Clouds.
That boy was rapping, man. and he snuck up on you because it was like a little vibe at the beginning. Oh, I'm so high. I'm in the cloud. Why?
Yeah.
And then it was when he started. He ain't stopped until it was back to the I'm back in the clouds. Now I said, hey, and he was talking some stuff in that second verse.
For sure.
The first one he was getting it off. He was just rapping. He was putting a whole bunch of rhyme schemes together that I couldn't come up with. he was putting it together. That second one, he was talking about some stuff. And a lot of stuff, motherfuckers do need to hear. You feel me? The baby's addicted to the screens. The AI, we ain't gonna have people. We ain't gonna have artists no more because AI is gonna be because all our artists is addicted to the screens and all that stuff. And when he was getting into that, we ain't even got cashiers. The cashiers going because all we got is the machines. Hey, he was talking.
Sure.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, we had there's some dialogue between me and my friends. Some of them they from Fayetteville, so they got an unnatural loyalty to J. Cole, but my thing is like I never thought Cole would, so to say, fall off. Like he might not be in the conversation where they put him in that top 3 anymore. But as far as just like music, listening to him, like his followers his fans is his fans. Like if you a J. Cole fan, you're not really the type to switch and just go and just, you're not really a mainstream type of person anyway, especially if you're a real J. Cole fan.
Yeah.
Like you still gonna tune in. You still gonna tune in.
And the thing, even with the top 3 conversation, people can say, "Oh, he's not in the top 3 conversation," but there's nobody else you can put in the top 3 conversation.
Yes, there is.
Who?
Future. You can put Future in that top 3.
As far as respectfully, the Future, and not as far as rapping. Now, if you putting in all the other stuff, bro, I ain't nobody putting it down.
You can put Future.
There's a reason we ain't never heard of that until Future was talking about, "Oh, I should have been." We ain't never heard that conversation being had.
I mean,
nobody has ever had that conversation.
First off,
the last decade.
First off.
And I'm a Future fan too, so I like Future. So don't think I'm killing Future. I'm just saying the conversation of that, the top 3 conversation of that, Future ain't in. Respectfully, the Future.
Right. It's just Future. The top 3 conversation of Drake, Kendrick, and Cole came because they put that in a song. Like they self-promoted that. Nobody. It's not like we the fans came out here and said that's the top 3.
Yes, like there nobody else was in that conversation. Even if let's say they didn't self-promote that, that was the that is what it was anyway.
Oh, who else? Especially Kendrick at that time
when they came out to where they are now. Like who else would you talk?
Future,
about?
literally.
Nobody else was putting him in that conversation.
Literally, but Future, like, he came out at the same time, like, with Drake.
Yes, but nobody was putting him in that conversation. Because Future wasn't doing what they was doing as far as rapping.
I don't know.
Future, as far as song making, Future might be number. Well, as far as numbers wise, he put ahead of Drake. But Future, as far as song making, he one on one. Like you feel me? Like I ain't saying that, but it's the converse. At least let me say for me. Let me speak for me.
Yeah.
As far as the top 3 conversation, it was talking about the top 3 rappers, not artists, not none of the other stuff. Song makers, top 3 rappers. Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. In the story, because the other people that could have been in that conversation was either, well, the other people there was either they were older, like a Wayne, like because my favorite artist growing up was Wayne. You won't put him in that conversation because he'd been out well before any of them was out. You wouldn't put a Jay-Z, you wouldn't put a Nas, you wouldn't put any of those artists because they was older, right? So as far as that age group, Nipsey Hussle, he one of the great artists, but he didn't have the run that they was having.
Yeah, Ye. Kanye.
He was older.
I mean, Kanye.
And he wasn't. He. The thing with that, he wasn't writing all this stuff anyway. So that
neither was Drake.
That didn't come out until after this conversation was already going.
No. That came out way before. Like Ghost Rider.
It didn't. The Ghost Rider didn't come out until after Views. Drake, they was well into the daggone top. Like what we done, like that was well after that. I was in college when that conversation came out.
When him and Meek Mill got into when did Views come out?
I was in college. That was at the Champions. The Meek Mill's album Champions came out. I was in college, bro.
No, it was before Champions. He dropped Champions after that. It was Dreams Worth More Than Money. Dreams Worth More Than Money is when, because that's when he was still with Nicki. Dreams
but
Worth
still,
More Than
I was
Money.
in college.
I mean, you had like when you were in college, that was recent.
I'm saying the time that they came out to the time I was in college, bro, they had been rapping and stuff for a long time. What are we talking about? Marvin's Room was out like when I was in middle school or something, bro.
2015.
College.
2015. He wasn't in college in 20. He was
Yes,
in college. He was a freshman.
A&T.
A freshman. Like
when that came out, because I remember that was a conversation. Like, what was going on?
So that's a long time. That's a long time. Yeah,
but
freshman
they've
year
been
of
out
college
for that long. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to think about it. They've been out for that long. They've been out since I was in middle school. Or probably even before middle school. Like when they was dropping their first stuff, they started getting big when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
So then fast forward 7 years, I'm in college. Like they done got a 10-year career.
I feel like Kanye.
Now you added on another 10. Kanye been out since I was kindergarten.
Kanye came out. Where he really blew up was a few years before Drake really took over. Not take over,
Drake
but
before
over, he came out.
Think about Drake was on what was that song for the LeBron documentary? Forever. Kanye was already massive then. Drake just got on that because he was tied to Lil Wayne and Young Money. Drake wasn't massive then. Like Kanye was already Kanye West.
He wasn't massive, but he was on the scene. He wasn't massive. You're right.
His ties to Young Money and stuff.
But they knew Drake on the hook was the truth. And then Take Care came out in 09, 08.
And that was like, all right, boom, all right. Drake is going into another. You feel me?
Oh, it came out in 11.
Yeah. So then after that one, that was when he's on his run now.
Yeah.
This is Drake's time. But that was when Kendrick was coming out. He was putting out Good Kid, Mad City and all that. Like, so that's when all of that was coming out. Kanye, it was already Kanye West prior to. That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't put him in that conversation because of that. And by the time all that other stuff came out, that was already established. And even when they came out, the ghostwriting and stuff, it wasn't tied to the songs that Drake was rapping on. Like, so even if you want to have a conversation of Drake got ghostwriters, it was not, at least from what I know and what that was put out, it wasn't tied to the rapping songs, like where he was, like what made him even in that conversation. Like it was the dancing or like whatever, like the vibe, like type of stuff. Like, so that's why, like, we talking about top 3, like that's, I don't put Future in that just because Future don't give me enough of that. Like, yes, as far as song making and as big of an artist, Future's massive, man. Like he's bigger than Cole in some like in a lot of aspects. Like, but as far as we rapping, Future ain't doing what the hell Cole just did on Cloud. Like that ain't happening. Respectfully to Future, like he ain't even gonna want to make none of that. Like that ain't him. Like, but I don't see Future ever making nothing like that. Like what that boy just did and what Kendrick has done over and over again, like on GNX, like some of them cuts Like him rapping and on some of the other tapes, and then like we said, like Drake, he hasn't done a lot of late, but like when he gets in his bag, them boys is on another level and has the ability to make songs. Because there are rappers that can spit, but they can't make songs. So like that's why they don't get as big and they don't get put in the conversation. But yeah, there's other artists that can really spit and is in that time period, but they can't make the songs that make Cole and Kendrick and Drake them.
So do you think that Kendrick, Cole, and Drake are that big because of their ability, or
I don't think it's one thing with either, because I think they all came up vastly different. Like all of their situations was vastly different. Like Kendrick with TDE and like what they did with there and building that is vastly different than Drake getting on the scene with Lil Wayne and Young Money and they taking off with Nicki Minaj and like Young Money. That for a while, Young Money was the biggest. You feel me? Tyga, Lil Twist, like everybody that was connected to the Young Money was hot. Everybody, like so, like that was a vastly different thing to Cole coming up under Jay-Z and Jay-Z not even giving him a verse. Like Cole had to really, you feel me? Like all of them have vastly different ways of coming up. That's why Cole can still do the numbers that he's doing, selling out Madison Square Garden back-to-back nights, doing, you feel me, like all this stuff without being like having the numbers of a Drake because of his fans. Like we was just talking about, like his fan base is his fan base, but he curated that over the years of just grinding, and then it eventually turned into a Forest Hills Drive where everybody jumped on. You feel me? And it goes platinum with no features, no other producers, no nothing. Like that's the type of what he came up. Kendrick with TDE and them, what they was doing over there with J Rock and all of them. Like that whole thing over there was vastly different. And then obviously with Drake, he got put on a very, very large platform from the rip. Like they had, before Drake was doing his own songs, he was doing songs with Lil Wayne, you feel me, or other people, artists just singing on the hook, you feel me? Like he was put in the spotlight because that was hot. Like Lil Wayne was the hottest artist out at the moment, you feel me? Like when Drake was first coming out, Lil Wayne,
he put him on before he went to jail. Yeah,
you feel me? So it was, they all have very vastly different reasons and stories of how they came up, and they're different artists too. Like Drake with the singing and the rapping, like he was the one that really, not the first one to do that, but the one that made it like a thing. Like that was a thing once Drake consistently started doing that. Okay, yeah, this is what you got to do. And now you got so many people that every song that they got to have a melody and this and this. Kendrick coming from that type of gritty and having that type of lifestyle and talking about the stories that they was talking about, like that was vastly different than what Cole was doing and talking about the things that he was talking about, like and coming up as a college kid and all of that type of stuff. Like that, they all had different things, and you can even see it in the music now, like Clouds.
I don't know, I disagree with that. I just feel like Future is the criteria for all that. He came up on his own. He got his own story. I don't think Future raps.
I don't think he raps enough.
What? Future dropped 3. He dropped 3 projects last year. He dropped 3 projects, right? They were all 3. Yep.
He was not rapping on. Like he was doing the little melody.
My gosh.
Type. What are you talking? One of them was like an R&B type thing anyway.
No, it wasn't. But it was a different. I mean, that's versatility. Like you're talking about, we never trusted you. Like we never trusted you. That was the second one he dropped after We Don't Trust You. I'm just saying.
I don't want you to have me.
But he dropped.
I'm trying to not Future, man.
He dropped.
Man. I love Future music, but Future don't be, bro. You know
Future
what
be rapping. He be out there rapping.
And talk about. You feel me? Like he
Yeah,
raps,
they're
but he
rapping.
don't rap like
Mixtape Pluto, straight rapping. He
That's
was straight.
different. Like, but like that, he ain't mixtape Pluto for a long time.
He just dropped Mixtape Pluto last year.
Pluto, back in the day, Pluto. That's what I'm talking about.
I know that. And I'm talking, if you Mixtape Pluto, he rapping.
2012 Pluto. Like he ain't been that in a. You feel me? What we talking about? That ain't what he doing.
Bruh, Kendrick ain't been
GNX, he just been.
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. Hey, here we go. Hey, Future in that Future top 3. You can say what you want. Future in that top 3. He been doing this thing. Future been around. All them other niggas been around. Future been around. He been dropping consistently. He really ran them charts last year. They don't give him credit because of the whole beef with Drake and Kendrick. But he was doing his thing for real. Like.
So what you think of Trump's tariffs, man?
Man.